And once again, shalom, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us on this great Jewish food debate. We're very, very lucky, very, very fortunate to have as our judges members of the clergy, who for the most part have not tasted any of the desserts, any of the snacks that we have selected. And what we're looking for is to bring people together around food. Food is so important to so many different cultures, and it's very important in our Jewish culture. As you can see over here, we have my Hanukkah menorah, my Hanukkah. Tonight is the 8th day and last day of Hanukkah, so we're going to be lighting all 8 of those candles. There's also a 9th candle as well. It's called a shamash or a shamas. And we use that candle to light all the other candles without going into all the Jewish laws that surround it. Regardless, Hanukkah is a festival on which we generally do eat, and specific foods, particularly foods that are associated with oil, because the miracle of Hanukkah revolves around the miracle of oil. The oil in the candelabrum in the temple of old that stood in Jerusalem that was defiled by the Greek Assyrian Hellenists. And when Judah the Maccabee came and defeated the small band of Jewish army, defeated, not like the Israel Defense Forces, defeated the great armies of the Greeks, they went into the temple. The menorah needed to be kindled, needed to be lit. They couldn't find any pure oil except for one jar of oil that could only last for one day. The miracle was that it lasted for 8 days. And that's why we celebrate 8 days of Hanukkah. So that's Hanukkah in 3 minutes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to first take this opportunity to introduce our judges. I'm going to ask them just to say a few sentences about themselves, so you know who they are and who's going to be judging our snacks for today. So first, I'm just looking at my screen. On my upper left is Pastor Charles Galbraith. So I'm going to ask Pastor Galbraith to please introduce himself.
Thank you, Rabbi Miller. My name is Charles Galbraith. I serve as the pastor here at Clarendon Road Church in central Brooklyn, East Flatbush area of Brooklyn. And can I let you know, out of probably the most things that have happened over the last several weeks, I am so excited to be a judge concerning this. I was sharing with some of the people that I've had to hide some of these snacks away so my children don't get into them. But it is a joy to be here, a joy to be once again with our JCRC family. And I was thinking about the last gathering we were able to physically be together. It was one of those gatherings in February where we were able to celebrate here in Brooklyn. So it's good to see folks on live as well as Rabbi Miller in this moment. So thank you for having me.
Okay, thanks for being with us. I'm turning now to my upper right, and that's Pastors Israel and Dalimar Pena. Can you please introduce yourselves?
Yes, with a pleasure. Israel Pena.
Dalimar Pena.
And we are the pastors of the Flow, yes, FLOW, Kingdom Ministries. Go with the flow. We're located in the Bronx, 901 East Tremont. We are there helping our community. We do that on a week-to-week basis. We're excited about this. And quick statement, that box has made me guilty of a lot of things. I was given instructions not to open the box. And what did I do? I opened the box. And not only did I open the box, I started looking in there because right now, we want to disclose this to everyone. We are in a cleanse, a time of cleanse, right? But this is not going to work. This is definitely not going to work. So nonetheless, we are excited, just like the pastor said before. We want to make sure that in this process, we were very excited about this. It's like a big commercial for all the stuff we're dealing with right now. This is like a breath of fresh air. It is a commercial, and I want this commercial to be extended.
Absolutely. I have to say that when we had the pleasure of going to Israel and enjoying their foods, I really, really enjoyed a lot of them. So I'm very excited to be able to to go through this experience with all of you today.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very, very much. And now bottom right on my screen is Imam Tahir Kukaj. And if we could ask the Imam to please share with us a few words about himself. Imam? You're muted, you're muted, you're muted.
Yes. Shalom. May God's peace and blessings. Thank you for the invite and thank you for giving the opportunity to be a judge. This is very exciting. I'm Imam Tahir Kukaj. I'm Imam of the Albanian Islamic Cultural Center here in Staten Island, New York, and longtime friend, a partner with the JCRC and major Jewish organizations here in New York City. It has been an honor and privilege knowing Rabbi Michael Miller, Rabbi Joe Potasnik, Rabbi Bob Kaplan, who is a great dear friend of mine. And looking forward to be judging these very nice packages of the food. And I did open it now. I didn't open it before. I didn't know exactly what's in there. So I have a son here with me, Adam. He was curious to know what is in there. So then don't open it because we have instructions. We are very much obeying the rules.
Okay.
So
Thank
I'm
you.
looking forward. Thank you.
We're looking
And
forward as
just
well.
wanted to wish all the Jewish brothers and sisters the happy Hanukkah. May God bless you and bless Jewish community around the world and bless all mankind.
Thank you, Imam. Wonderful to have you and everyone else with us. And we're going full circle. We started in Brooklyn. We're ending up again in Brooklyn again. We're going with Nancy and Eric Pierre, pastors in Brooklyn. Please introduce yourselves.
Hey guys, how are you? So glad to be with you. This is my name is Eric Pierre, Pastor Eric Pierre, lead pastor of Marketplace Church, where we bridge the gap between arts and faith. Our goal is to create a movement of influential people who impact their marketplace. That means wherever you are, for the glory of God. Happy Hanukkah to all my Jewish brothers and sisters out there. This is so exciting. I didn't think that I was going to be able to be a part of this because I teach full time, and so being that we had a beautiful snow day, that gave me the opportunity to dig into these snacks. And me too, I'm also trying to watch my figure, trying to watch my weight and the content. So I'm looking at the nutrition facts on the back and the calories and looking at all that good stuff, make sure that I'm doing my due diligence. And so I'm just excited to be a part of this. I've never been a part of any food tasting event ever, especially virtually. So, and I'm also getting the opportunity to share this with my wife and good friends. So thank you again, Rabbi Mike.
Thanks. You're welcome, Eric. Pastor Nancy.
Hey guys, how you doing? Everybody that's on Facebook, what? So I'm Pastor Nancy Pierre. I'm the co-pastor at Marketplace Church in Williamsburg. That's right, where we bridge the gap between the arts and faith. Just excited to be here today. I co-pastor with my lovely, lovely, lovely husband. I'm Pastor Eric Pierre. In Williamsburg. I don't have like really much to say, but on the side, I'm a certified wellness practitioner. So you know what, looking at all this and being able to examine like nutritional facts, that's what I do. So I'm like excited about that. And yeah, that's it. So hey, Facebook, and hi, everybody who's on the panel. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you and hug you. Amen. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. I think we're going to set aside nutrition for the next hour.
That's right. That's right. Clean that up. Right. Yeah.
Try to satisfy our yearning for some snack food, Okay, let's start. And the first snack that I think we should start with was, I'm sure that some, if not many, of our participants, our viewers have tasted, and that's bamba, B-A-M-B-A. Here it is. Bamba is an Israeli product. It is made by the company called Osem. Osem has been a company which has been in Israel almost, if not exactly since its founding in 1948. Bamba, not this package, but Bamba has been made since 1963. Hopefully this package hasn't been made. I said, no, the date on April 28, 2021, it couldn't have been. And what's amazing about this, a couple of things that are amazing about Bamba before we ask you to taste it. It's started to be made in 1963. It's had no decline in sales, and 90% of families in Israel buy it on a regular basis. It makes up 25% of the Israeli snack market. It's made from peanut butter and flavored puffed maize. Maize is corn. Okay, but the most important thing about Bamba is that the Learning Early About Peanut study, LEAP, also showed that high-risk children who were given softened sticks of Bamba in early life had a lower rate of peanut allergy later in life. So if you start eating your children or your grandchildren, just buy the Bamba when they're little kids and start feeding them this, they're not going to have peanut allergies later. And children who were exposed to peanuts through Bamba showed an 81% reduction in peanut allergy prevalence. And due to the extensive consumption of Bamba by infants in Israel, peanut allergy is actually very rare in the country. Okay, so for those who haven't yet opened them, let's open up our bags. First thing to do is to take a whiff, right? You can smell. Okay, so let me ask you, let's go around the horn again. So Pastor Galbraith, just smelling, what do you sense?
As I just waft some of this this Bamba together, it smells peanut buttery. It smells creamy. While it is something that is hard puffs, it smells delicious. I'm ready to jump into it. And when you
Okay, let's go to the Pierres. So Nancy and Eric, what do you smell?
So the first thing I thought of was a Nutty Buddy. I don't know if you guys know about Nutty Buddy. That's one of my favorites back in the day. But I like it. I could tell if it's like Nutty Buddy, I like it off the bat.
Somebody just chimed in Nutter Butter. So Nutty Buddy and Nutter Butter probably around the same thing. Nancy, any additional?
It was Nutter Butter.
Maybe Nutty Buddy's from London, England. That's where he's from. But I'm telling my age now, but this it kind of reminds me of Chico sticks. Everybody knows see?
I'm with you.
That's a hook thing.
Yeah. It's all right. Brooklyn is the way.
Turn to Imam. I just want to let you know, Imam, that Bob Kaplan just went into the chat and said, yeah, Nutter Butter. That's it. So Imam, what do you smell? What do you smell?
It smells good, and it reminded me in 80s in former Yugoslavia. We had
really?
Yes, smoky. So they were very popular.
Okay.
It brings, with the taste and the look, it does bring some good memories to my mind now.
Okay, that's great. It's great that it brings back memories of something you haven't eaten yet. So let's hope that it reminds you of whatever you ate in Yugoslavia back in the day. And let's wind up the prelim with Dalimar and Israel Pena.
Well, this is it messes with my head because I look at it and I see cheese doodles. I smell it and it's something totally different. So it's this interesting dichotomy between that and that. But it smells, I love peanut butter. So all the lights go on. Yeah, I eat peanut butter with a spoon. So yes, this smells really good.
Okay, it's not dairy. So Dalimar, what do you say? What do you contribute to this?
Well, the fact that it's gluten-free is phenomenal. Calories are okay. We could work with something like that, but it smells so creamy. I was a little confused at first when I saw it because we're used to seeing this with white cheese or yellow cheese on it. This is gonna be my first time that I'll taste something of this texture with peanut butter. So I'm excited.
Okay, so for the kosher folks who are out there, or those who have any kind of milk allergy, this is what we call in Hebrew or Yiddish parv. This is neither milk nor meat. There's no milk in it at all. So if you, as it says, has an OU and a PARV. So this is very, very neutral in terms of whatever milk allergies anybody has. This will not trigger them. And so let's do this. Let's take out one puff.
One puff.
And everybody has a puff. When you taste it, I want you to think about its texture, its taste, and now that you told me what you thought that it smelled like, what does it remind you of? We know that what the Imam said about Yugoslavia, but again, three things: the texture, the taste, and what does it remind you of? Okay, here we go.
Not yet.
Cheese doodles with peanut butter.
Without the cheese.
Without the cheese, yeah.
Without the cheese. And Carol Andrew will be very happy to know that I actually did eat one of these. Yeah. Okay. Cheese doodles. Anybody else?
It's like crunchy but soft at the same time. It melts in your mouth.
Okay. Nancy and Eric?
Same deal. It tastes like a cheese doodle without the cheesiness to it. So
Yeah.
I was expecting that because I had the consistency of a cheese doodle. You know, I thought that was going in my mouth, but I you know, other than that, that's it was all right. It's good for a healthy person.
That's funny.
Nancy, did you want to add?
Yeah. So I just felt like I didn't have enough time to enjoy it. Like
So
as soon
take
as it
another
went
one.
in, it just, that's right.
Pop another one.
But it goes away. Like you just, it's good. I just wish I had more crunch time on it.
Oh, don't worry. After
Milk
the show,
fat.
you could finish the whole entire bag.
Yeah, I'll just inhale it with a straw.
Pastor Charles, yeah, comment on it?
Yeah, I had to take it two more after Nancy said that. But what I like is, the thing is, I honestly, truth be told, I don't like cheese doodles, but I like this. The reason I like it is because it does start hard and then it goes to like a creaminess, and you almost even taste the creaminess in it as well. So I like it. I'm going to finish it later on.
Okay. Imam, does it bring it back to Yugoslavia?
Yeah, yes, and the memories, and it's much delicious, much better.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask, so we can finish this first, or we have
No. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. So what I like you to all do, you have your pad, you have your pen or pencil, whatever you have, is just on a scale of 1 to 10. Again, a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. How would you rate Bamba? How would you rate Bamba? And I'll say this to the folks who are watching, our viewers. If you've ever tasted Bamba and you want to rate it in terms of your snacks, you can write the number down as well. Okay. And if you want to share it on the chat, feel free to do that right now. So we have a sense, and our team back in New York, between Karen Lafferty Lander and Rabbi Melinda Zalma, and who else do we have there? Who are monitoring all of this. We're going to be taking down all of these numbers. Okay, so here we go. Anybody want to volunteer to offer their number first? For my group. Okay, Imam.
To offer what? The numbers? Yeah, 10 of 10.
On the scale of 1 to 10, where did it fall?
10.
We got a 10. Wow, starting off at a 10. All right, we're going to go up to the Peñas.
5.
A 5. Is that for both of you?
Nope.
Okay.
I'd give it an 8.
An 8. Whoa, boy. Okay. So Pastor Israel, I think you moved that bag to the other side of the table.
Yeah, I like Pastor Charles. I never liked cheese doodles, and I have sensory issues, so I
Okay.
can't really touch too much. And that's what my wife says. She says I have sensory issues. So.
Okay. Okay, let's go to Pastor, the other couple, Nancy and Eric Pierre. What's your numbers?
5.
5.
Yeah, we give it a 5. Yeah, right.
Oh, sorry, 2. A lot of 5s. And Pastor Charles?
I came out with a 6.
6. Okay. So all of the numbers, and don't feel bad for, oh, look at that. We have a poll. Oh, so.
Nice.
People who are watching are now.
That's great.
We're polling our attendees, which is really cool.
I like it.
10 more seconds to vote.
10 more seconds to vote, everybody. 30 seconds total. Come on. Okay. Thank you very much. Got a lot of 8s, a lot of 8s. 25% of the respondents gave it an 8. So it seems that, again, we'll go back to this at the end, but it seems that Bamba scored pretty well. We didn't have anybody in our group among the judges who rated it less than a 5. So it was anywhere from 5 to 6 to 8 to 10. All right, so let's go to the next one. They're kind of related because they're made by the same company, and that's Bisley. Okay, Melinda, could you take down the poll so I can see everybody? Thank you. Or maybe I have to do that.
This one's barbecue.
I did it. Okay, let's take a look at Bisley. And before we open up the bag, just give you a little bit history. Another, again, Israeli snack. Bamba is Israeli, same company, Osem. And in fact, it's an amazing story about this snack. Osem is known as a pasta factory. It's the biggest pasta maker, or was certainly in Israel in its early years, and probably still is, and now markets all around the world. And there was a fellow who worked for them who spoke Italian, Jewish fellow, spoke Italian, originally from North Africa, and his name was Ephraim Sa'adon, who lived into his 90s. He's the one who invented Bisley. Bisley is what? Bisley is fried pasta. It's fried pasta. Okay, so he's Italian. He's Italian, and he likes pasta. So he's eating this pasta, and the company bought some frying machines for another product that he had. So he said to himself, what if I were to take the pasta and put it in the frying machine? Which is what he did, and he tasted it, and it was kind of bland. So he decided that, let me see if I can spice it up a little bit and come up with a whole bunch of different flavors. So today you could get onion, smoky, pizza, falafel, Mexican, hamburger, all different kinds of things. What do we have here? We have barbecue, BBQ on mine. I don't know if you have the same one that I do. Yep, okay. So this is barbecue flavored fried pasta, originated by this gentleman, Ephraim Sa'adon. I don't know what Bamba means and why they called Bamba Bamba. I do know why this is called Bisley, because in Hebrew, to bite is bis. Li means for me. So this is a bite for me. It's a combination of two Hebrew words. The most popular flavors, one of them is barbecue, the other one is grill. And they comes in an array of shapes, an array of flavors. So are we all ready, judges, to open up our bags? Okay, here we go.
I ate it already.
Okay, so we're going to start with the Pierres, Nancy and Eric Pierre. What do you smell?
So
Well, I did something bad. I ate it.
Oh, well, then you can't speak to it yet. So I'm going to turn to
No.
your
Yes.
husband, Pastor Eric.
this one is highly tempting. That's why she ate fast.
We're not going to get her opinion on the food yet. Can't do that yet.
This actually took me back to my childhood.
Yeah.
Nutty Buddy?
I forgot. There's a brand in London called KP. There's KP chips, and this reminds me of their brand. It's different than like the American chips, the Lay's and so forth. It didn't trigger that. So it smells good. I put barbecue on everything. So
Okay. All right.
I'm ready to get in.
Let's see what happens when we taste it. Let's go to Pastor Charles. What do you smell?
I keep on going back to it. It does smell barbecue-ish, and so I'm with it. I love barbecue. I like barbecue. I put barbecue rather than ketchup on anything, so I'm with that. But I'm interested. What you guys had me when you said pasta and fried. I was like, yeah.
Okay, Imam Tahir, what do you smell?
I don't know. I'm still under the influence of the previous one. I tell the truth. I'm trying to define it, but the other one has still influence. But based on what I see, the shape, it looks very delicious.
Yeah, it sounds
Especially when
like a lot, like it's
has
gonna
a
be,
sense of, chili, the flavor.
right. Well, this isn't a puff. It's fried pasta. It's a little stiffer. So we're going to go up to the Peñas, Pastors Israel and Dalimar. What do you smell before we taste it?
It's strong. It's a strong smell. Of course, barbecue. Like seasonings, like spices.
Uh-huh.
And I'm in anticipation because I'm a pasta lover, so
Okay.
excited as well.
Pastor Israel?
Again, I'm very visual. So this reminds me of something that I eat a lot. And I can't even remember the name. I was trying to ask my wife what it was, but they look just like this. They're twists, but with cheese.
And barbecue.
Uh-huh. Now this, once again, this is parv. This is neither milk nor meat. This is great for people who have milk allergies. And by the way, we've gotten a couple of messages in that Bamba is sold at Trader Joe's under their own name. I think it's made by the same manufacturer, but it's at Trader Joe's. So if you want to mark that down. Okay, and back to Bisley. And I thank you all for your prelim assessments. Let's take one of these kiddos out of here. And again, for those who are viewing this, want to know what it looks like. It looks like a challah sort of challah roll. Okay, so here we go, guys. This is Bisley. Think about texture, taste, and what it reminds you of. Ready? And if you need to take more than one, feel free to do so if you really want to get into the taste and texture.
I do.
Anybody? Let's see. We're going to go to Nancy because we didn't hear from her before, and she jumped ahead. She's still eating them. Okay, Nancy. Taste, texture. What does it remind you of?
Taste. It's pretty tasty, but what I love the most is that I can enjoy it. So like I put it in, and it's still there. It's still there. It's still there. Yeah, it's pretty. It's so. It's okay. I think I'm excited right now because it's the first time. It's like a first boyfriend. But over time, probably.
Okay, Pastor Eric.
I'm about to go on Amazon and order some more. This is this is, I guess I didn't really eat breakfast this morning. I always have to start off with a smoothie. So
That is breakfast.
to have this savory, this high level savoriness this morning was incredible. And for it to be pasta and a wheat snack on top of that is a win-win. This is a straight up 10 for me.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, well, we're going to take the numbers down in a few minutes. Right now, please focus in on the taste, texture. What does it remind you of? We'll go to the peñas. It seems that Dalimar likes them a lot.
You can't even talk right now.
Listen, reminder, we're going through a cleansing / detox. So this is everything for us right now.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Wonderful. I enjoy it. I'm gonna copycat. It stays in your mouth longer.
Yeah.
That other
Wow.
thing, the other one, Bamba, kind of disappears really
Oh,
fast.
mhm.
Uh-huh.
This you can play around with,
Yeah.
and the barbecue part of it is really good.
Yeah. By the way, I see on the chat that you can get Bisley at Target. So
Oh my God.
if you don't want to go through Amazon. Oh, okay. Pastor Charles.
I like it. I like the texture of it. I like the crunch. I like how it's shaped. It's a fun looking shape. It's piqued my interest because the barbecue flavor, it's okay, but I would like to try different flavors. I'm hearing about different flavors that folks are talking about. It almost reminds me of like a Frito or like a Dorito in a type of feel, but I like it.
Okay. Imam Tahir.
Yes, it tastes very good. They're crunchy, and I think if they added a bit of pepper to be spicy, would have been much tastier. And it does remind me for the first time when I went to Egypt.
Whoop, we lost you. There you are. Yeah.
Somebody was trying to call.
Oh.
It does remind me in Egypt. For the first time, something similar. They used to call it crunchy.
Uh-huh. Well, maybe they got the idea from the state of Israel. So
yes. There were a lot of food products then in the market.
Okay, so let's ask all the judges, again, separate for the husbands and the wives, everybody to please mark down on your pad how you would rate the Bisley, and if Melinda could put up the poll so people can put Bisley, and you can rate Bisley for yourselves. Can we see the poll on the screen?
Got it.
Whoop, where did they go? Oh, there it is. Okay, again, we'll look to the audience. Please put Bisley up, Bisley up there. Wow, okay. All right, so we're gonna first turn to our judges, then we'll look at the screen because they have another 15 seconds to go. Let's start with Imam Tahir. How would you rate Bisley?
This one I will give it 8.
8, okay. All right, let's go to the Peñas. How would you rate Bisley?
I have to agree, an 8 on my part.
8, Dalimar?
9.
A 9, okay. Yes. Okay, let's go to Pastor Charles.
Yes, the Imam stole my answer. I agree with him 100%, 8.
An 8, okay. And Nancy and Eric Pierre?
Give it a 10.
A 10. Nancy?
I get a 5.
A 5? Are you saying there are only 5 left in the bag? Is that what you're telling me?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Only one left.
Okay, I'm closing the polling now.
All right. So again, we've rated this snack, and the judges have, and just looking again, 8 seems to be the highest of the numbers on the poll. Thank you very much to our audience for rating it. And we're going to move on to the next snack, just for something a little bit different, because we've run out of the OSEM products. Let's go. I like this one. Let's go to the halva. Let's go to the halva. Okay, and again, hold on to your numbers, please, so you know what they are. Everybody have a halva? Now, a lot of us have different flavor halvas.
I have two different one.
Right. Oh, you got two different. You have your choice of which one you want to eat for the contest. The one that I've chosen is the one with cocoa, but you don't have to choose that one. But I love chocolate products. So, okay. So, what is halva? So halva has a long history to it. As I said before we went live, it's likely that it emanated from either the Middle East or from Eastern Europe, possibly from the Balkan region of Europe, where Imam Tahir emanates from. Halva is a confection, or the translation of it is a sweet meat. And again, it comes from the Eastern Mediterranean region. What is it made out of? You can see it on the back of the package. It's made out of ground sesame seeds, honey, or some sort of a sugary syrup, with other ingredients sometimes, such as dried fruit, pistachio nuts, semolina, farina, almonds are sometimes added. Cinnamon and cardamom are frequently added. And the ingredients are blended together. They're then heated, poured into bars or long loaves. And the name, as I said, literally means sweet meat or sweet treat. And various forms of the word can be found in Turkish, Greek, Yiddish, Arabic. And I know that in Egypt, it's called Halawi, called Halva, Halwa, all different ways of pronouncing the term. How is it pronounced from your part of the world, Imam?
Halva.
Halva, just the regular halva. Okay, so what we're going to do, first let me find out which ones you have chosen. So let's see, the Pierres. What flavor do you have?
Walnuts.
Walnuts there,
Sesame.
yeah. Sesame?
Sesame, white cocoa.
White cocoa, white cocoa.
And I have the vanilla.
Okay, all right, let's go to the peñas. What flavor are you guys tasting?
So I got sesame, vanilla flavor.
Vanilla?
And I have sesame walnuts.
Sesame walnut, cool. Okay, and Pastor Charles?
I also have the sesame vanilla flavor.
Vanilla, right. Well, they're all sesame because that's
Sorry,
the,
yeah.
right, the base of the product is ground sesame seeds. So then the added flavor in again, whatever case you have in mind, as I said, is cocoa. Okay, so let's open up our little packages here.
You know, I wanted to just to give like a note. What these packaging are, you know, done very nice and easy to open. Usually it takes a lot of effort to open. So the guys that they do the packaging, they're very smart.
Okay, well, they're made in Israel. So a little bit of Israeli ingenuity, no doubt. And the package does open very easily. If you go to if you go to hotels in Israel over breakfast, generally speaking, there's a halva table with different flavored halva. I love halva, and at the end of my breakfast, after eating the healthy stuff, I'm going to go over there and take a few bites of whatever they have, the chocolate, vanilla, the sweetened, all different kinds of stuff. Okay, we're taking whiffs. Okay.
Yum.
I love halva. Okay, let's start with the peñas this go around. And what do you smell?
It smells sweet. Mine smells sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah, it has a.
Dolly, the same thing?
I just smelled his, and his smells a little bit sweeter because it's vanilla. Mine is walnut, so it smells a little bit more nutty. Like
Nutty.
the sesame is a little bit more richer in smell, but it still smells sweet.
Okay, Pastor Charles, what do you have?
I also have the vanilla, so it does smell sweet and have that vanilla flavor that's emanating out of it. I'm curious and I'm ready to jump in.
Okay, Imam,
we
you
are not
look
gonna
happy.
get addicted to it, no?
What is that?
We are not gonna get addicted to it.
Yeah, I think Halva is kind of addictive.
Very delicious.
Okay, and what about the Pierres?
So the vanilla that I have, straight off the bat, you smell that such a sweet aroma. You give this to someone you really do love, right? This is that straight. This is that love.
But Miller, they made it very small. Next time, a little bit bigger.
We'll order a big one for you. Yeah, we got the mini bars. Nancy, do you want to weigh in?
Yeah, I can so get creative with this. I can so grind this up and put this in almond milk. I could drink this.
Oh, yeah.
I already know. Oh, yes. I already know. I'm going to love this.
Okay, ready, everybody? We're going to take, remember, taste and texture and what it reminds you of. Here we go.
History.
Very nice. Wow.
This is heaven. This is God made, yo. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Right here.
Is anybody eating the cocoa? Is it Nancy? You on the cocoa?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. It's very good. I don't want to put this one down, but gotta do my job. Okay, so we're gonna go around, taste, texture, what does it remind you of? Then we're gonna mark our ballots. Let's start with Imam Tahir. Taste, texture, what does it remind you of?
This one, it needed a little bit more sugar or more sweetness or honey. And as you mentioned, in our culture, the halwa is when we say that we have honored someone or hosted someone, the food was from cheese to halwa. The toppest one is halwa because it does take, in our culture, in the way we do it, in several colors. The white like this one, reddish, darkish. So it depends. And it does take a lot of time to do it, as you mentioned earlier, with not too much, fire, but it takes a lot of time, as I said, to do it.
Okay.
It did remind me my mother, God bless her soul, and her 7th anniversary was this week.
Wow.
When she cooked it. Yeah.
Oh, well, may her soul be in heaven. So,
Thank you.
And this is pretty heavenly. So we're going to go to the person who thought this really was heavenly, and that's.
And we do it, as I said, always, even when we have a wake or so, hoping that our the departed person, the one who passed away, is in heaven, and we kind of celebrate his or her life with the halva.
Okay, that's very interesting. This Achva, somebody asked what the brand was. The brand is Achva, ACHVA, made in Israel since 1929. Nancy, speaking of heavenly taste.
This is, I'm like trying to get the crumbs out, nothing's coming out. This is amazing. Like, this is amazing. Like, you can taste the sesame, you can taste the natural ingredients. It is not too sweet, which is so amazing. But I am gonna get that and grind it up and put it in some milk and cook it up, because this right here, this is the original gangster of like sweet stuff.
Okay, Eric, do you want to weigh in?
I'm a little conflicted right now. I was told to be brutally honest. So I agree with the whole, I feel like I was duped. It smelled so good, and I was anticipating it to smell as sweet as taste as sweet as it smelled, and it didn't. And
okay.
So I guess I was ready. I was anticipating something, and it didn't really meet the standard. But I do agree with the sort of healthiness of it, and I appreciate the sentiments behind it. I guess in my mind, I would not give it to that loving person anymore.
Oh, we're not going to get into that.
Especially if I know them, because then they'll probably throw it back at me. So
well, I would.
So I just thought it would be a lot sweeter. If it was a bit sweeter for me, then it would have matched. I would have, would have been really excited about it. But
okay.
It was okay.
Pastor Charles.
I also am a bit conflicted because I like the smell. And I like the taste. The taste is, I had the vanilla one. I would be interested in the chocolate one because it seems like you guys are enjoying that even more. And I love chocolate. So the taste for the vanilla was good. For me, it was a little bit of the texture. It was a little bit of the chalkiness of the texture. It was a little bit of a drawback for me as it kind of broke up. But other than that, I enjoyed it with just the texture part.
Okay, and thank you. And we'll go to the peñas. Israel and Dalimar.
It smelled very sweet. It wasn't as sweet as it smelled. I have to say I taste his was vanilla, and I enjoyed it more than the walnut one.
Okay.
It's just very nutty and smoky, slightly sweet. I did enjoy his better, and I would love to taste the cocoa and the coconut one. Oh, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Israel?
Well, I feel like I liked it actually because it reminded me of this candy that originates from the Dominican Republic. I'm from Dominican descent, and so my mother would always come with a lot of these Dominican candies, and this tastes like one of them. So I was able to kind of connect the two, and it worked with my brain. So,
okay. Sounds good. So with all those reviews, please mark down on your pages how you rate them. And Melinda or whoever's doing that, please put up the poll for everybody to vote. I see we're getting some chats about texture and people having the issue with texture. I know that Pastor Charles did. And the sweetness part of it as well. I mean, there are sweeter halvas than the ones that we've just tasted, but we're all taking into mind the health concerns of our judges. So we limited the sugars. Okay, so let's go around the horn again. Let's start with the peñas. How do you rate halva? We'll start with Dalimar.
I'm gonna give it a 4 for my flavor. For the flavor, okay. I like the texture. But the flavor, walnut is 4 for me.
Okay, there you go. Israel?
I'll give it a 7.
There you go. All right. It looks like vanilla has it over walnut. Nancy and Eric, excuse me.
So for the vanilla, I'm giving it a 4.
A 4. Nancy?
I'm giving it a 9.
A 0. That's okay.
A 9.
A 9. I thought you said a none.
A 9.
A 9. So my brother-in-law says that there's a store in Jerusalem where you can get all different kinds of flavors of halva. Okay. Anyway, Pastor Charles?
I am going to say a 5 just because of the texture. But yeah, 5.
Okay, a 5. And Imam?
7.
7.
Yes.
Okay, and what do we have? We're tabulating the vote from our audience. Let me see if I can move this.
We had some technical difficulties. We're giving them a couple more seconds, 5 more seconds to get your votes in if you've ever had halva. All right, ending polling now.
Ending polling now. I can't see 9 and 10. So what the highest I see is 12%. Am I right? Oh,
now we have 35%. 6 people like to...
went with Nancy Pierre. 35% gave it a 10. Wow, that's
Wow.
incredible. Okay, so we're going to quickly move on to our last two. And I want to get all of them in. We thought we might as well get all of them in. I want to get all of them in. So the next one is called Miku Pellet. Miku Pellet in Hebrew, but on our bar it says chocolate log. What is Miku Pellet? Miku Pellet has been produced in Israel since 1935. For those who know Hebrew, knows that Miku Pellet means folded, and it's known for its crumbliness and thin flakes, and has been compared, Eric, to the British chocolate bar known as Cadbury Flake, which was developed first in 1920. Okay, so we're going to open up. This is dairy. I shouldn't be eating this, but I will a little bit. And for the chocoholics, this is a good one to take a bite out of. Let's take a smell.
Oh, this is good.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. Right. Pastor Charles, what do you smell?
Like I said before, I love chocolate, so I love this flavor. That smells almost decadent, like the type of chocolate that's here. I'm with this.
Okay. What about let's see, who am I going to go to next? So let's go to Imam. What do you smell?
I almost took a bite. I couldn't wait. It's very strong. It's very attractive.
Yeah, the chocolate kind of jumps at you. All righty. What about the Pierres?
Just like you mentioned, Rabbi, this reminds me of the Cadbury Flake. I grew up on that. So
Really?
Rich in chocolate. I'm not a chocolate lover, but this was the Cadbury Flake was something that you had around Christmas time, and it's just it's a big treat, if you eat that, it's not one of your regulars. It's something really special.
Okay.
So I'm already ready to dive into this.
All right, almost there. Nancy, what do you smell?
I smell delicious chocolate. It smells like the rich chocolate that if you eat too much, you get that stomach ache.
Right.
And I've been a victim of the stomach ache because I ate too much. But yeah, that's what this is.
Okay, and we go around the horn again to the Peñas.
So again, I got to go back to Dominican Republic, right? So this smells like a piece of chocolate that was always used to make chocolate milk.
Yes.
So it smells just like that. And they would put it into the milk and it would just melt into the milk. This smells exactly like that. So yes, I now am connected again, once again.
Yeah, you're making our audience very hungry. Okay. Dalimar, what do you smell?
It smells very rich, very very strong. I don't go too good with the dairy part, but I'm definitely gonna taste this. I can't have too much because I'll definitely be having a stomach ache just like Nancy, but I'm excited about it. I'm very excited about it because I love chocolate, even though I can't have it consistently. I love chocolate and it looks pretty. It looks interesting when you open it. It has the texture of a real log, which is very cute. If anybody can kind of see, it's like a little tree trunk.
Thank you for showing it off.
That's nice.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to take just a little bit too because I don't want that stomach ache with the milk product. So let's take a bite or a big bite or the whole bar. Here we go.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
I'm on.
Wow. One so far. Wow.
All right, who wants to volunteer to go first? Who's not chewing already? All right, Imam.
Yes. It did remind me on Snickers. It's a nice chocolate. I love it.
Uh-huh.
And this one, it stays in the taste stays more in your mouth. I like it.
Okay. Anybody want to volunteer to go second?
I'll jump
Go
in
second.
and say, I love it. I love it. I want more of it. I don't know how I can get it. I'm sure they're going to throw it on the chat, but I love it. I want more of it, more of it. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is on. A lot of people are on the chat telling you where to buy this stuff. Okay, the Pierres.
So this is the type of chocolate you fight over. It's incredible. It's really, really nice, soft, rich. You know, it's not overbearing chocolate. Just a really this little piece would be good as a dessert after you've had something to eat. I found myself dropping a little pieces, and you want to pick them up with your finger.
With a magnet. Use your magnet.
You know, so a winner. Good.
Okay, Nancy.
Yeah, I have to definitely agree with Pastor Pena because I'm from Haiti, and if you talking about the same chocolate I'm thinking about, it's that chocolate that never expires. Like it's like 10 years on your shelf, and you can still have chocolate, right?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
All right.
So this is really, really good. And again, you know me, and I'm always like trying to figure something else out with food, but definitely in that chocolate milk right here. This one right here, this is good.
Okay, now we go to Dalimar and Israel Pena.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
But she doesn't want any more, so I'm gonna take hers.
No, he can't.
Yeah.
It's amazing. The flavor stays for a little bit in your mouth, and actually, as you are savoring it, it doesn't melt so fast. So that's a good thing. It's very creamy once it's in your mouth, and it's not too hard once you bite on it. That's why it gets a little crummy. So I really like it. It's a perfect dessert, like Pastor Eric said. Like after a nice meal, that's like perfect with tea or coffee or whatever you guys drink in any of your cultures. It's just perfect with something warm and a little piece of that. Good to go.
What's your number?
No,
I haven't done the numbers yet. Pastor Israel, you want to weigh in?
It was good. I mean, that I don't even need to say anything else.
he threw away the wrap.
I'm done. That right there disappeared.
Okay.
And so far, it's ahead of the game for me.
All right, let's take our numbers down. Please write them down. We're going to do the polling. Please, Rabbi Melinda, let's poll everybody. Okay, 1 to 10, how do you rate Niku Pellet? 1, never want to eat it again. Yuck. 10, the best thing ever. Wow. Okay. We're going to start with let's start with the Peñas.
I'd like to give that a 9.
Got a 9.
Mhm.
I give it 10.
A 10 for Dalimar.
Yes.
Imam.
10.
10. Eric and Nancy.
Give it a 10.
A 10.
Big 10, big whopping
10.
10.
We have 2 10s there, and Pastor Charles.
We're rounding it out with the Big 10 as well. 10.
Okay. All right. So we're going to tempt you with our last treat, which is the biggest treat that we sent around. For those who are not judges, you don't know what it is yet. Okay, so I have it right here, and pull it out of the bag, and it is Rugelach,
Yeah.
right? But this is Rugelach on steroids. This is a big Rugelach. So when you use the term ach at the end, Rugelach, it means it's a diminutive. It should be small. This isn't small, it's big, which means it's going to be around for a while, unless I really get hungry. Okay, what is the history of Rugelach? Rugelach started off in Poland, different translations of the word in Yiddish, which is Jewish German, and it could mean twist, like a little twist. It could mean corner. A rogel is a corner. Rogue is a corner, excuse me. And all different kinds of translations, what the word comes from. But my grandmother, I think my sister is still on, at least one of my sisters, now both of them are on the Zoom. will remember our grandmother in Baltimore, Maryland, who came originally from the Ukraine, and she would be in her pantry early in the morning making cinnamon rugelach, which were to die for. I mean, it was just unbelievable coming down from the Bronx and going to Baltimore kitchen to eat rugelach like directly out of the Ukraine. It was just incredible, with very, very dairy, with butter and cinnamon and sugar. Oh, this one is chocolate. This one is chocolate, and I become kind of a chocoholic a bit in my older age. And as Bob Kaplan said, that's a ruggle. It's not a rugelach. So let's open up our bag, which I've done already, and take a smell, a whiff. Mm. Okay, let's start again with the peñas. What are your thoughts about the rugelach?
It smells like, God, I'll let you go first.
No, I agree.
It smells like chocolate donut.
Right. Except it's not fried. It's not fried. It's baked.
No,
Right.
no, it has a different twist of something, but I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, it smells. So I'm smelling chocolate donut right now.
It smells great though. It smells really good.
Okay, Pastor Charles.
I once again, y'all know my heart and desire for chocolate, so I already smell the chocolate flavor. It seems as though it's connected somewhere else, and I'm once again, I'm trying to hold myself back every time we open these things up. I'm trying to hold myself up from not eating it, and it looks delicious.
Okay, let's go to the Pierres.
Chocolate, extreme chocolate.
Yeah, Eric, same page.
Yeah, I agree with Pastor Israel. Just a chocolate donut.
Okay, Imam Tahir.
Yeah, the same chocolate donut, and it has very strong, nice smell.
Yeah, as Mindy Promoter says, soft chocolate rugelach is the best. So everybody, let's get our taste. Wow. Okay. Okay, this is our Pastor Charles doesn't want to put it down. I'm looking to take the next bite too, but I got MC responsibilities. Okay, so this is our last go round. So we'll start with the Pierres this time. Chocolate rugelach, what's up?
This is it's a hard one to get through. Man, I don't have any sort of memories that this triggers. It actually, I thought that it might have a chocolate donut kind of consistency or something like that, since that's what I thought it was, and it didn't give me that. So that's about it that I have to say.
Okay, Nancy.
Yeah, it does give me a memory of my cardboard box.
No, it can't be that bad.
Not that I've eaten cardboard, but I know what cardboard smells like, and it's giving me the I just got sad when I ate it.
Okay. All right. That's okay. I'm accepting of it, of course. Imam Tahir, do you want to weigh in?
Yeah, the taste reminded me of my first time when I ate rugelach, you said? How would you call it?
Yeah.
It was in Rabbi Sussman synagogue here in Staten Island. It was a celebration, that was about 2004, 2005, quite a long time.
Okay. Did you like the taste?
But this one, it's not that as soft as I was expecting.
Okay. Let's go to the peñas. Israel.
I have a question for you, Rabbi Miller. Is this dark chocolate?
Yeah, dark chocolate.
Okay. I know dark chocolate is healthier. However, I don't like it as much. very rare that I would enjoy a dark chocolate. I would also, I could also see how it could taste different if it's freshly out of the oven or softer. I think because it came to us in a different time frame. Well, we weren't able to really enjoy it the way they just describe as it being soft. It wasn't so soft for me.
Okay.
However, the idea of it, I like it because it reminds me of a croissant, and the croissant is buttery and soft and it's bready, but it's still airy in between. So I can imagine it being fresh and soft with the chocolate. It should be delicious. But as of right now, I couldn't really get the fullness of it. It's very flaky. Once you bite onto it, I got a big chunk. I didn't realize I want to get it so much. So I hope I'm okay later on. But yeah, that's what I think about it.
Okay.
I think
Jojo?
I think it's a hybrid. I think croissant burnt up, or I should say burnt croissant. I should say fried croissant meets chocolate donut, and they get married and they have a child. And this is what it is.
That's amazing. Okay, how about Pastor Charles?
Well, I think maybe I'm the odd man out here because maybe I like the chocolate, but I can understand for those who aren't chocolate lovers not rocking with it, but it was an overwhelming bite of chocolate, which I love. But I also would agree with Pastor Pena that I would like, because Rabbi Miller, you described that story of your grandmother's house in Baltimore with it coming out with it fresh. That's what I wanted as well. So I enjoyed this. I liked it, but I was looking for your grandmother's house.
Well, I just saw in the chat, I think it was Shane Nagurski who wrote, the question is how you eat ragalach. Do you eat them from each end, one end or the other end, or do you unroll them? Do you unwrap them? So I've never done the unwrapping, but you have to make a decision where you bite in the middle, you bite at the ends. Okay, so let's mark down on our pad what our number is, how we would rate from 1 to 10, 10 the best, 1 the worst. I think I know where Nancy is going with this. And the poll for our viewers, please fill it out. And as somebody wrote in the chat, yeah, it's true that ragalach aren't necessarily a snack, at least not one this big, but they're like a pastry. But people in the Jewish world sometimes really just snack on pastries, maybe in other cultures as well. Okay, we hit the 30 seconds already. And we see how the audience has responded. Let's look again. Last time
we're going to give them like 2 more minutes. Oh, there we go. Share results.
Okay. Now we're going to go. So number 10 took it really for the audience poll, and we're going to go around for the last time as we kind of started, which is Pastor Galbraith first.
I'm going to have to go for 10. I like the chocolate. Okay. I like what it is. I'm with it. 10.
Okay. All right. The Peñas, Dalimar and Israel Peña.
I'm going to go with an 8. I think it's very good. Yeah. But I have to agree with the whole it coming out of the oven. Right. You know, at that moment, I think that would have pushed the other 2. That would make it a 10.
Okay. Dalimar?
Yeah, I agree. I think, fresh, it would have been different for me, but as of now, I give it a 4.
A 4. Okay. We're going to go to Imam.
7.
7, and to I'll go Nancy last. Eric?
Actually, you should have kept me last. I'm giving it a 4 because it just didn't really excite me, and it wasn't probably as soft and fresh as you described it in your story. So that would have went from a 4 to a 9 maybe. But I just as of right now on the spot, if this was like if we were on a game show somewhere, and if it's presented to me, I would stick with my 4. So
okay, Nancy.
Yeah, I'll just give it a 6, just because of the potential of what it could be, hard and crusty. It could be like a topping on a cake or something, or a pie. So I'll give it a 6, just to, give them, I have hope for the thing.
Okay. I'm actually, because of my grandmother, I kind of like the cinnamon rugelach as opposed to the chocolate rugelach. I love them coming out of the oven, and getting recipes for rugelach are easily available online. And if you like the taste and you're really interested in the freshness of it, bake some yourself or go to a bakery. I know that kosher bakeries all have them, but even those that are not kosher bakeries, they have rugelach, and try to get there exactly when they're pulling them out of the oven. Okay, so we've consumed 5 different snacks. We've eaten them, we've evaluated them, we've tasted them, we've eaten them, we've reflected on them. You've all voted on them, both our judges as well as our audience. So let's do a bit of a drum roll. And I have to turn to my production team to come up with which is the best Jewish snack that our judges have arrived at, which is the best Jewish snack that our audience has arrived at, and are we all on the same page? So, Melinda, where are we?
So for the judges, it was resounding from the Chupelet. We had only 10. Besides that, next came in the Beasley. So definitely everyone loved chocolate. And Jen was tallying up the polls for our audience polls. Jen, do you have those numbers?
Okay, so the audience poll, what was the highest percentage? Do you remember what that was? I saw one was like 57%, was a 10 or something. What was the highest percentage? Do you have that tabulated?
We were trying to access it, but I think it was the rugelach, because people are going on their memories of rugelach and probably sharing. There were a number of people who've had probably the best rugelach in the world, the Marzipan Bakery in Jerusalem. So
right, yeah. Next time we do this, we're going to have to make sure that if we're going to eat rugelach, we have to go to a bakery to get them directly out of the oven. But the number one snack appears to be our chocolate log. Again, in Hebrew, it's called mikupelet. For the chocolate lovers, this is it. For Eric, I know had to leave. This is the Cadbury flake. This brings back memories, or it just satisfies a craving. And for those who have milk issues, take a pill beforehand.
Right.
Take a lactose pill beforehand, and you'll do fine. I can't thank you enough, the judges and the audience, but particularly the judges who have taken time out of their busy day dealing with very important issues that deal with members of their congregations, issues of the spirit, issues that are personal, and to spend the past hour and a half or so together with us. So let me please thank Pastor Charles Galbraith, Pastors Dalimar and Israel Pena, Pastors Nancy and Eric Pierre, and Imam Tahir for spending so much time with us, for eating with us, dining with us, enjoying with us, celebrating the wonderful festival of Hanukkah with us too. At least one of our snacks was fried. And that was the beast leaf. Take good care, everybody. Shalom. Eat well. Eat healthy. And we look forward to seeing you again when we do another one of the Jewish food debates sometime soon in the future. Shalom, shalom. Happy Hanukkah. Happy holiday season to everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.